Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. The Witchy Goth here, hope you're doing well. Today's video all about Andrew and Tristan Tate. I did a live on Thursday this past week where I discussed the charges that have now been placed against them here in the United Kingdom. This has gone to the CPS, the Crown Prosecution Services. And I've decided to do this video just to clarify everything that was said. Now, I want to specify and stress that these are charges, they are allegations, and they are deserving of a fair trial, and they are innocent until proven guilty. So I just want you to bear that in mind. Also, I would like to ask that any Tate fans out there that would like an honest, open debate that is polite and courteous, I am happy to debate with you in the comments section, or you are welcome to come onto one of my lives and debate with me. But please provide facts and actual factual evidence, not just hearsay, not just, you know, sort of the angry comments that I generally get. But I am going to be doing a lot more videos on the manosphere. There's another gentleman, if you can call him that I'm going to be talking about soon as well. Got quite a lot of content to cover over the next couple of weeks, and I'm away for a while as well. And in fact, June is incredibly busy for me. But hopefully I'll get quite a few videos recorded this weekend, and then I can release them as and when. So coming back to Tate, this article is dated the 29th of May. It is from the BBC. Andrew and Tristan Tate will return to the UK to face charges, lawyers say. Andrew and Tristan Tate will return to the UK to face 21 criminal charges once proceedings against them in Romania have concluded, their lawyers have said. The Crown Prosecution Service, the CPS, said on Wednesday that it had authorised charges including rape, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking against the brothers in 2024 before an extradition warrant was issued to bring them back from Romania. Authorities in Romania are investigating the two British Americans in a separate case in relation to a number of charges which they deny. In a statement on Thursday, lawyers for the Tates said that once those proceedings are concluded in their entirety, they will return to face UK allegations. Previously, the brothers' legal representatives said that UK allegations dated back to between 2012 and 2015. And I would like to remind everybody who is watching that there is no statute of limitation on time of crimes here in the United Kingdom. It doesn't exist. I think that's a good thing. At the time of an arrest warrant obtained by Bedfordshire Police in March 2024, the Tates said they categorically reject all charges and were very innocent men. A Romanian court has already ruled that the brothers could be extradited to the UK following the end of any trial there, for which there is no clear timescale currently. And the CPS said domestic criminal matters in Romania must be settled first. I'm going to link this article into the description box below as well, because there is a link on here that you can go and have a look at the criminal charges in Romania. However, I do want to say that I did see a news report this morning, but I can't find the actual report right now, so it is speculation. I'm going to search for it again later and post it as a post. That they are due in court in Romania on the 19th of July, that the charges can go ahead. But that is, I don't know if that is true right now. I will find out. If it's false, I will admit that that was false. So at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. The CPS said Andrew Tate, a 38-year-old influencer and former kickboxer, faces 10 charges connected to 3 alleged victims, including rape, actual bodily harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. That's basically pimping. Tristan Tate, 36, faces 11 charges connected to 1 alleged victim, including rape, actual bodily harm and human trafficking. The CPS's charging decision came after it received a file of evidence from Bedfordshire Police. Responding to the allegations on the Tate's behalf, their solicitors said there had been a vast amount of misinformation in the media regarding the allegations faced by our clients and that they were being subject to a trial by media. And again, I want to reiterate that these are allegations, that they are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, these charges here in the United Kingdom have gone ahead and there is a warrant for them. And Romanian court have said that they will be extradited back to the United Kingdom after the Romanian courts have finished with their cases against the Tate'S. Now, just want to reiterate that there are over 77,000 pages of evidence that the Romanian courts legal system has on the Tate'S. That the information that is mentioned on my channel is all there in the public domain. It is all things that they have said. So please be aware of that. If you go and look, you can find that information. Also, if you want more information and the actual links to that information, there is an Andrew Tate playlist, and you can find that on my playlists. And there's 4 videos that I did, expose on Andrew Tate in 4 parts. Everything that is mentioned in those videos is linked in the description boxes of those videos, so you can go and check them out, and I will link them into the description box below as well to make it easier for you. A statement added, regardless of your views, it must be the case that everyone is tried in England and Wales has the expectation of a fair trial, which is why it is important that we refer to this as allegations. It has not been proven in court, innocent until proven guilty. Regardless of what I think, regardless of what you think, what I think are just my opinions. They added that UK prosecutors refuse to give even the most basic information to allow our clients to understand the allegations they face. The BBC has been told the CPS believes it is fully complying with its role in accordance with disclosure obligations, and I would imagine that it is. So you can make up your own mind there as to who is, being truthful or not. In recent years, Andrew, a self-described misogynist, which he has said on videos that he has released, these have been said in various podcasts, various interviews. He has said that a number of times. Has built a massive online presence, including more than 10 million followers on Twitter, sharing his lifestyle of fast cars, private jets and yachts. The pair were both born in the US but moved to Luton in the UK with their mother after their parents divorced. Since first being arrested in Romania by the Romanian authorities in December 2022, with Andrew accused of rape and human trafficking and Tristan suspected of human trafficking, the pair have largely been under travel restrictions in the country. They then faced further allegations in Romania in August 2024. So these were allegations on top of the initial allegations of 2022. These included intercourse with a minor and trafficking underage persons, all of which they deny. Earlier this year, they unexpectedly had their travel ban lifted and visited Florida in the US before returning to Romania less than a month later in March 2025. And that happened due to somebody quite high up in the TACO administration saying that, trying to get them extradited back to the US. However, I believe that there are a number of cases, civil cases, by possible alleged victims of the Tate'S in the States. Now, when they went to Florida, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, in a public appearance said that he did not want the Tate'S in Florida and that they were not welcome there. And again, I will link that footage into the description box below so you can have a look at that. British authorities faced criticism for allegedly not requesting an extradition to the UK while they were in Florida, after authorities there said they would have approved it. But the BBC understands that this was to avoid subverting the UK-Romania agreement, which I do agree with, even though my personal opinion is that I would have liked them to have been brought back to the United Kingdom at that time. But Romania has first dibs. Given the complexity of the proceedings in Romania, their return to the UK is unlikely to be soon. But I do believe that the Romanian case is going to go ahead sometime either next year or the year after. So just for all those Tate fanboys out there, the Tate'S, just know that the cases against the Tate'S have not been dropped. Now I'm going to play some footage from obviously I don't have the ability to share the video footage because I record all of this on my phone and I don't have the technology, or quite frankly know-how to do it from my laptop. So this is from an interview with podcaster Tracy Harmouche. She is based in Dubai, and she was interviewing Andrew. And I'm just going to play you a few little bits of what was asked and what was said. I'm not going to play you the whole video. It is from Gadget, who is a YouTuber who I follow, and he has fabulous videos and the uncovering and the journalism that he has done on the Tate'S, and it's well worth going and following his channel, and I will put a link to his channel in the description box below as well. So here we go. I hope you can hear this because my speakers here are pretty quiet.
Where are you at on the allegations? If you don't want to go into detail, I'd understand. But I know, I read through them. I saw everybody that spoke out. Yep. I even saw the people that were part of the allegations, the women that supposedly were the victims, saying, please don't put me in this. I am not a victim. Yep. I've watched all of it. So I'm quite shocked that this is happening to you. Yep. And I'm sorry. I think that sucks. But it does happen to people of your status. Yep. So do you feel like all the false allegations, which all came out to be false against you, was that your fault, or was it the media trying to get you down? The way the world has functions right now on bad press, bad media, your reputation is more detrimental right now than an actual crime. People want to get you for your reputation and not for a crime. Correct. So is that still your fault?
Well, yeah. Was it fair? No. Was it my fault? Yes.
I have went through multiple comments of people writing underneath some of the things that you teach in your courses. There are some clips pulled out on YouTube. I can't tell you how many young boys' messages I read only saying, you have got me out of my shit. I'm so lucky to be part of this university. I just was able to make so-and-so amount of money. I've read multiple little guys, yeah. I don't know how old they are, all saying amazing things. Like, they are really doing really well for themselves because of that. So it's really nice to see that you have that impact.
It is, but it's kind of sad that we live in an empire of lies where the people they say are the good guys are the bad guys, and the people they say are the bad guys are the good guys.
So I just want you to take a listen to what she said there. She said that these allegations were false. They have not been proven as false. These allegations are still under investigation in Romania. So please bear that in mind, that case has not been dropped. It has not been classed as false. And we can only find out what's going to happen once the case goes ahead. So we may have to wait longer than we would hope to find out the detail of the case. But again, I just want to stress that he is innocent until proven guilty. And I also want to say that, yes, while there probably is a lot of what the Tate'S say that is inspirational to young boys and men, there is also a lot of what they say that is creating this toxic masculine manosphere environment that I see on a daily basis. I belong to a number of groups where this is, discussed, and frankly, it's terrifying. It is terrifying what young boys and young men think about women. I'm going to be doing some videos in the future about that though. So I'm going to jump now to another time frame here. Just bear with me because, as I say, this is on Gadget's page, and I don't want to sort of get any copyrights from him. So, you know, destroy his credibility, because he is a brilliant, brilliant reporter on this.
Hey there.
Ah, and there we have an advert. Sorry about that. That's typical.
Many hats.
Typical.
Today I'll be your person.
Typical.
Wild. I think all these little weak men are dangerous. Weak men are dangerous, not strong men. Imagine a pedo. Is he a good-looking, big, strong, rich man? No. It's some fat.
Sometimes.
Well, you got Epstein, but that was a psyop. That was a psyop.
Yeah.
So he's saying that the Epstein case was a psyop, and that all kiddie fiddlers look fat and ugly. Now, I can't comment on that, but I doubt it very much. You know, but that's something for you to, you know, investigate on your own. So yeah, he says that he's basically claiming that it was a psyop and perhaps that Epstein was not guilty. Think of that and make of that what you will. I'm just going to go to the next clip now, bear with me. Hope we don't get another advert. Apologies for that.
Own movement. These feminists don't give a shit about women. They are deliberately trying to destroy society. And if you want to find out who these people are, look up who started the feminist movement. I'm not going to say it on the podcast, I'll let everybody do their own research. But then you're going to learn what's really going on.
I need to look at that up.
Look it up.
All of a sudden you had your issue in Florida where everybody attacked you. Everybody came after you. Tell me a little bit about the selective outrage and the double standards.
Yeah, there's a interesting conspiracy theory that there's a particular group of people who control the world, and they control the media, and they control the money, and they control the banking, and if you speak against their interests, you pay the price. It's an interesting
Weird,
conspiracy
I've never
theory.
heard that.
Yeah, very strange.
What? First time.
Yeah, they were actually on my side, and then, as you said, on October 9th, which was very soon after October 7th, called what Israel was doing a disgusting genocide, and I said it before anyone else did. And primarily they were just saying that I was, you know, the usual things, anti-Semitic, and I was a bad person, and then they tried to attack me because of my history of owning a webcam studio, and they said that I'm bad. I obviously made it clear that fans donate millions of dollars a year to AIPAC, which AIPAC, of course, are the Israel lobby, which are heavily involved in American politics, and fans, who's owned by a Jewish man, donates millions of dollars to this day, but they don't care about that.
So going back to what he said about feminism, I am actually working on a video at the moment about the history of feminism. I have no idea who he is alluding to here about the history of feminism and who started the feminist movement. But I think that he is insinuating that it's the government, but it's not. It's not. I think her name is Mary Wallenstone. She is basically classed as the modern, I don't want to say innovator, what is the word I'm looking for? The modern mother of feminism. And that goes back to 1792. There's also a link to feminism that was spoken about by Sophos. She was a Greek philosopher back at the time of Socrates or Plato, I'm not sure which one, where she discusses feminism. I'm going to be doing this video, so there's still a whole lot of work that I'm doing. So this idea of feminism is not new, as some alt-right toxic masculinity manosphere creators would have you believe. It is not a conspiracy theory. It is women wanting equality. Now, I'm going to just mention here that equality does not mean that women want to build houses or fight in the army. We know that women are physically not as strong as men. It is not about that. It is about being treated with dignity and respect and being recognised as human beings, not as second-class citizens. Right, so I'm going to play another clip now. Watch out for that feminist video that I'm doing. It'll probably be released sometime next week. So I can't guarantee which date. It's going to be a long video. I might have to break it down into parts, into episode 1 and episode 2. But keep an eye out for that. Just bear with me while I find the next clip here that I want to use. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Hopefully there won't be another advertisement. And there is another advertisement, so...
Empower your students to be more authentic, impactful writers with Grammarly's comprehensive...
Sorry, bear with me.
Anybody who's a good guy gets hit with these sexual assault allegations, but the Romanians have now admitted they made it up. They said, we made it up, so you can go now. Sorry. The British Foreign Office told us to make it up because you're a big problem on the internet. Their job is to try and take my power away and diminish my power. Of course, this won't work for long. Eventually, people are going to say, we don't care what he's accused of. He's never been convicted. And the Romanians let him go. So who gives a shit? And then we're going to work together. So...
Firstly, the idea that the Romanians...
So the Romanians have not let the Tate'S go. The case is still ongoing. The Tate'S are not free. So there is a barefaced lie that Andrew has said. So if the fans of Andrew Tate want to contest that, I suggest that you go and look at the Romanian government criminal website. You will have to translate the information on there from Romanian to English, but the case has not been dropped. It has not been closed. And for my final clip that I'm going to play here, bear with me, hopefully there won't be another advertisement. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to find the right time.
Now has some British case against me. They're saying in 2008 I assaulted somebody. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. It doesn't even say. On the arrest warrant it says 2008 assault. That's it. No time, no place, no person, no when, no where. Imagine I told you 15 years ago you assault someone. You defend yourself.
Like,
No, you're like who, where, when, what?
But you know what
You don't have a clue what they're talking about.
And this comes back to, is that a porcupine or is he just confused about the dates? Because as I read earlier, the dates that have been given by the CPS are ranging from 2012 and 2015. So that is in the article and you can go and read that article. And he's saying 2008. And as stated in the article from the BBC, the CPS is complying with all the legal requirements of information as per legalities here in the United Kingdom. And as I said again, there is no statute of limitations here in the United Kingdom on these type of criminal charges. So, yeah. So be aware of that before you start commenting, well, it happened so long ago, why haven't they come forward sooner? A lot of it is to do with finances. I spoke about this in my live the other day. But often women who have been SA'd, DV'd, SV'd or raped are not believed. There is insufficient evidence. And the onus of finding the evidence, of providing the evidence, is placed on the victim. And I know this from my own experience. Going to the police with that evidence is very, very difficult. The evidence that I had included witnesses, included information, and it was deemed, the sergeant of the police station said there was not enough evidence to hand over to the CPS. So my alleged assaulter is free to go and commit that with somebody else, alleged. Many women don't come forward with these charges because they're afraid, because they know that it's not going to get anywhere, because they are afraid of the perpetrator and they're perhaps stalking them or, you know, more bodily harm. The vast majority of rapes are committed by a person's partner. They're not strangers. These are generally people that they know, whether it's their partner, their husband, or a family member. They are generally people that they know who commits these kinds of horrendous crimes. And then there is a waiting period that the woman has to go through before this goes to court. It can take up to 2 years for it to go to court. So in that time, that victim or alleged victim is dealing with the trauma from what happened and is perhaps unable to heal. And I get accused a lot of saying, oh, go and heal yourself and so on and so on. My sort of job, as I see it at the moment, is to expose and bring light to how rape occurs in relationships, how that trauma affects women. And I specifically work with women because I'm a woman and I've been through that myself. Yes, I know that men do experience that, but as I say, I'm a woman. I can't speak for their experiences. And this is why I started studying psychology, so that I could go and help women who have been through what I have been through, and dealing with trauma, dealing with narcissists. And, you know, we can look at Andrew and Tristan Tate. They are grandiose narcissists. So, yeah, if you look at the DSM-5, they fit all the criteria for that diagnoses. However, this is why women do not always report rape, because of the time it takes, because they are going to be disbelieved, because other people are going to say, well, what were you wearing? Were you drunk? You know, where were you? Why were you out so late? All of these things prevent a woman from reporting these kinds of allegations, these kinds of crimes. And it is so sad that our society does not believe women. And this is down to the patriarchy. This is down to misogyny. And as I say, I'm going to be doing a video on feminism. I'm going to be looking deeper into the manosphere, deeper into misogyny and patriarchy. And before anybody comes along and says, well, why aren't you looking at the grooming gangs and this, that, and the next thing? I agree, those are terrible. Those are absolutely terrible, horrible, horrible crimes. But I can only focus on one thing at a time. So it is something that I will address in the future. However, there we go. If you've got some comments, place them down below. Please try and keep polite, and let's have a proper debate over these things rather than just a shouting match at each other, because shouting just makes you look childish and frankly unintelligent. So if you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you next time. Blessed be.